multi-syllabic words. And when we do word work at the level where kids are reading words that go across multiple syllables, we're no longer looking at individual sounds or sound patterns. We're looking at longer patterns, usually at the syllable level. Now, if kids know the syllable types, what that means is they know where to break up words and how to say the chunks. So if they don't recognize any part of the word, that will help them. Or if they recognize one part but there's a lot of letters before and after it, they need to know where to chunk it and then how to predict what those chunks likely sound like so that they can blend into a word. And knowing these syllable types helps them do that. Now, if you stopped an adult on the street and said, tell me the 7 syllable types, first of all, what might happen is they might say, well, there's 6. And you can find posters of both because sometimes people don't include diphthong as one of the syllable types. It's kind of neither here nor there when you do that, because these are listed in the order of prevalence. So closed and open syllables, there are the most of those. And then magic E, there's a whole lot of those. And then there's a lot of vowel teams, and then there's some R controls, and then there's some diphthongs, and then the least, this is actually an easy one to remember, consonant LE for like bubble and staple and circle. But it's not nearly as prevalent as like a closed syllable, which is used just over and over again in the English language. Like if you look at consonant, there's a bunch of them in there. So you might not have to know all of them in order to use syllable types strategically as a reader because the top ones are super frequent. But knowing all of them increases the likelihood that you'll be able to make a really good prediction about what a chunk should sound like. And you'll be able to find the chunks in a word. So when you come to a big word, you don't see like, oh my God, there's 17 letters. You start to be able to see, okay, I see 2, 3, 4 chunks, and I know what to do with each one of them. So that's really what we're helping kids do when we teach them about syllable types. We're letting them say, I know I can look for parts, and I know what these parts are likely to sound like, and I can blend them into a longer word.